Hi everyone, it's Mara Allard, and today I want to talk about ritual. And if there's one thing that I could recommend that will bring you closer to a relationship with yourself and with whoever you call God, Creator, Divine, is a ritual. And probably up until 6 years ago, my definition of a ritual would have been brushing my teeth, scrolling Facebook, looking at email, having a cup of coffee first thing in the morning. Those would be rituals. There wouldn't be anything set in stone done for myself every day as a way to start the day. You can use rituals in the morning, you can use them anytime during the day or the end of the day, whatever works best into your schedule. For me, it sets the tone for the day. And I know people have busy lives. I don't have time for ritual. We have time to brush our teeth. We have 2 minutes to brush our teeth. We have time to do a shower. We allot time for things. Time to do our makeup. We allot times for things, but we don't always allot time for our inner growth, our inner work. You only need to start with 2 minutes. That's all you need to start with. And I promise you, if you do this repetitively, you will want and crave more. If I am traveling or have to get out of the house first thing in the morning and I skip my ritual, I feel it. I no longer feel totally grounded or balanced. I still do it, but I feel off center. And I'll preface this with, for me, starting my ritual is before I ever look at my phone. Years ago, probably 10 years ago now, when I was maybe even a little bit more, when I was selling real estate and I still had my virtual assistant business, I was completely burning out, as you can imagine. Didn't really understand why. I thought it was a million different reasons, but I didn't realize it was because I was not giving time to myself. And I paid a coach back then a lot of money for this very simple tip that I will give you for free. And it changed my life. And it's so simple, is I don't look at my phone, period, till I'm ready to start the day. Because as soon as you look at your phone, you give over your own precious energy to everyone else. Whether you get on social media, whether you get on your email, whether you're answering text messages, you are then, the horse has left the gate and off you go. And that was how I lived my life. I got rolled over in bed, looked at my phone, and I reacted. And that would leave me running out of the house, putting on my makeup at a stoplight, sometimes in the same clothes I wore the day before, because I had given all of my power, all of my energy over to others before I took care of my own basic needs. So now my ritual is my phone. For me, my phone is in a different room. I do at some days when I get up, will look to make sure there's no emergency calls or texts and then put it right back down. I also live with my husband, who everybody has his phone number and he's very connected to his phone. I can be reached that way if there was an emergency. But I can promise you, I never missed a call. I have heard that phone in the other room in the middle of the night when there's an emergency. That's for me. But I don't sleep with my phone in my room. So when I wake up very intentionally. As far as how I want to start my day, not on the phone. Then I take care of my basic needs. That's a ritual. I, get dressed, brush my teeth, take a shower. I do a few things around the house. And then for me, right before I'm going to start my job or my day or how I'm going to do, I spend for myself 15 minutes in a ritual, spiritual ritual for myself. This started as probably 1 or 2 minutes. And it can be as simple as sitting in complete stillness for 2 minutes and sipping a cup of tea or coffee. Just being with yourself. That is in and of itself a ritual. Time for yourself. Time to connect to your breath. Can you feel your breath? Can you feel your heartbeat? You're alive. It can be lighting a candle and putting your hand over your heart and saying thank you. It can be a short gratitude practice. It could be walking into your yard and putting your feet on the bare grass and looking up at the sun, or at night at the stars and saying thank you. It can be pulling a card. It can be reading one page of a book, one paragraph in a book that is inspirational. I wouldn't really probably read a thriller. Like, if you could, but something that lights your soul, talks to you, a poem. It can be listening to music. It can be lighting incense. It can be whatever you want it to be, but it needs to be done daily, for starting at 1 or 2 minutes, and build upon it till it becomes something you crave, till it becomes something that you feel lost when you don't do it. You know, for me, I light candles, I light incense, I pull cards, I read a page from a book every day. Sometimes I journal, sometimes I meditate. It really doesn't have to be the same thing every day. You can follow your intuition. Today I feel like reading a paragraph of a book. Tomorrow I feel like, sipping some tea, listening to the birds outside for a few minutes. The next day I feel like lighting a candle and sending love to another person. But over time, this practice will build a stronger relationship with self and with your higher power. I'd love to know if you have a ritual that you do daily or nightly, or weekly. How did you start? How has it changed your life? I can tell you that for me, it has created more stillness. And I am a person with a busy mind. And it has allowed me to have more stillness and to step back without reacting as quickly as I used to, and to wonder, how do I show up in this situation? How is the best way for me to show up in this situation? Instead of being triggered, or, and we all get triggered, but instead of being, very reactionary, I am now much more contemplative before. And that really is because I start my day with some intention. And again, it only has to be a minute or two. Let it build. Let yourself want it, crave it, desire it, because that will come. Because you'll want to build that inner relationship with self. Have a beautiful day.